YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. It is 6:10 a.m. and finally finding time to make a vid. It's so busy. Gotta pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Gotta pay the bills. But I'm grooming myself to make this be the bill pay time. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Anyway, so first things first, CPI is coming out today. That's dangerous. I'm a newbie. I'm following ICT, so I'm gonna stay my happy self out of the markets until after that comes out. I think I've said that before anyway, right? Like, wait to see what the market's gonna do and then plan your setups. In this video, though, I figured I'm learning about the whole institutional order flow, so I want to like do a top-down analysis, well, backtesting, top-down analysis of how I would figure out where price is going to go next, using the institutional, like, you know, market structure. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but order flow, next steps and stuff like that. And honestly, like I haven't been able to make a video, but I've been able to kind of like look over at my charts, set some levels, and then watch price just do exactly that. So even if I'm not trading directly right now, I am recalibrating my brain and my understanding of how I make decisions around which way, where the bias is, right? Where price might go to, so I can catch those bigger swings. Anyway, if that sounds like a good time, I'm gonna make myself tiny, drop a like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how your trading is going, because I'm a beginner and I'm still learning. And I feel like I'm gonna be learning for quite some time. Wow, Kitty's doing weird things, y'all. Kitty's doing weird things. Anyway. He is making his way inside of things to lick things, which is the kitty way. All right, without further ado, let's do this thing. I'm gonna make myself tiny. Cool. All right, so as I mentioned, today we've got CPI at 8:30. Um, I think core CPI is what's gonna really like mess things up or make them better. Who knows, right? Anyway, enough of that. So, just for funsies, let me show you what I was looking at yesterday on the 1 minute. See where we are. It's a little messy. I apologize for that. But these were like, so yesterday, ICT was basically saying that, the day before CPI, things are tend to be pretty choppy. And I was curious to see how I would get chopped up in the middle of all of it, right? So, like, for example, in the morning, I was recognizing that, there were these semi-equal highs, so I was expecting them to take them out, which they did, right here, buy side liquidity, beautiful. And then I was looking at, I wanted them to, this is before any of this happened. I was like, I'd like to have a break above here for a real entry, right? For potential short. And that break happened, right? But it didn't really give me an entry, right? So, and then when it came up here, this kind of became a breaker. Boom. Beautiful for a long entry. But anyway, so like I thought to try again down here because, it came down, da da da. And then I realized that Kitty wants some more attention. So then I realized that I should have waited for this short-term high to be taken out to to get this short. So I would have gotten stopped out if I'd gotten in. And then down here I had these equal lows and the sell side liquidity that needed to have been taken. So that's what I was kind of aiming for, was the sell side liquidity. But if this entry here, I would have gotten stopped out because I didn't wait for this to be taken out. They came up here, took it, and then came back down, gave us a second option right here for an entry. This little tiny, I don't know if you guys can see it, this little tiny imbalance right there. Hang on a second, guys. All right, sorry about that. I had to run off with Kitty. Anyway, so I made my note here that I should have waited, and so I need to be more patient. So more things I need to learn about myself. But a secondary entry would have been here, right there, and that would have been nice. And I'm just looking for like 5 handles, right? 20 ticks basically. All right, so then price hit this beautifully, took it out. Didn't really give me any reason, any opportunity to get in, right? Maybe right here, could have gotten in for a long, boom, right here, but never really came back down, so it's the only opportunity right there. Gotta be really quick though. But up here now they're consolidating and waiting to take off, and I had a couple of, so I was thinking beautiful entry from here. That worked beautifully. 20 handles, got that. Um, this one, same thing. Beautiful entry right here. Got that. This one, it would have entered here, moved my stop loss and the profit would have been stopped out. And then of course we see that price just kind of took off. And then later on in the afternoon, I was like, beautiful. And I was, nice break here. And I was looking at a potential entry from here, and that worked for 5 handles. Similar scenario with an imbalance here. This order block right here is what I was looking at. That worked beautifully. It came back and tapped it again, actually, and then it flew away. And now looks like it's just been consolidating. Anyway, so that was yesterday's fun. Just looking at it, not trading anything, just trying to predict and see how well I was doing. Okay, but so in terms of institutional order flow, right? I am learning from ICT, who is a good teacher. It's like what I've been waiting for, right? Anyway, so first things first, he's like, take a look at the monthly, see where we are with price, right? Like, so right now, um, we see that we've got a green candle coming. We had this, up candle that was violated. So I'm looking for, technically lower prices eventually, right? So in terms of ranges, I'm looking for like potentially the open of this, like the close of this, like right there, and then the next down candle, right, which is all the way down here, like the. So now I've like got myself a nice range, and look, we've got this liquidity void here. It's all green candles, right? So you're gonna want to come and rebalance all of that. So nice. So now I have a range to work with. Then I go into the weekly and see about refining things, right? So far, price has come to this level quite nicely. Come down here and let me rebalance that a little bit to the top of that. Okay, right there. Okay. All right, so just cleaning up my levels, right? And this is just for real time stuff, and then we'll do it for the past and then see what's up. Let's go to the daily level, see if we can't refine it anymore. So far we've traded back up into the top of it. It can absolutely roll through and do some more. So this, I might readjust a bit to this green candles, just a little bit higher up. But we do have this fair value gap that they can come up into and drop down. Kitty wants more attention. Let me put my glasses on. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that, right? So, they came back, they came down, they came back up, and then they broke back down again. And that's um, that green candle, I think that was violated, and now we're down and we're rolling back up to rebalance and then maybe drop further down. So in terms of targets, like we have this sell side all the way down here to play with, and then, pretty much everything down inside of this range. So there's a lot of areas where the sell side um, stops are hanging out that they can take out within the next like month or two, days, whatever. So this would take a long time to play out. But anyway, so in terms of practice though, I'm going to go back out to the monthly on this. And I'm just gonna hit the replay button and I'm just gonna grab, well, that's really messy. Like we're in this small section here. So I'm gonna just close my eyes and Stevie Wonder it and click. All right. So, all right. So now we're in a down trend. The price has violated this candle here. So if I'm doing this right, then I would be looking for, from a range perspective, I think the close of this candle and then the next green candle, that's above it, the close of that for a range. All right. And then let's go to the weekly, see if we can't refine it even more. Okay, so then what do we have? We have this fair value gap and base of that's the close. Might adjust a bit. So we're at this guy. This is the candle that started this thing back up, so might adjust my range down a bit to that guy. And then we're just refining it as we go down. That's what I'm, all right. And then this is the candle that started it on the weekly. And that was at the close of this. So let's see what that looks like on the daily. And then we can try and figure out if we could get into something, right? Okay, so on the daily, bigger candle imbalance, back up. All right, and we're coiling up towards this thing. We just broke this. Yeah. So I'm still working out how to do this, right? Which is why I'm doing these backtesting videos. I haven't had a chance to practice this, so you're learning as I'm learning. All right. So let's anchor this to, I'm gonna, just as this bigger up candle on the daily there, the close of that guy, let's anchor that. And so then on the daily, this is the candle that started it back up. Let's anchor that. So that's my range. Nice big candle. Nothing below it. Took that out. All right, so if we're bullish, then we've just broken this guy. Let's go down to say the 4 hour and see what that's looking like. All right. So we've just taken out that liquidity right there, and we have all of this juiciness to play with. So we're inside of this imbalance. It just tapped it. And then we've got a little more up top, and then we have all of this sell side liquidity, pretty much equal highs up here to play with. Buy side, along with the higher level imbalances. So we're just gonna refine this up a bit, smooth that to tap the untaken stuff, approximate. So once it, that, okay, all right. And that's like the level that we're aiming for. And let's switch that to imbalance right there. Okay. Of course, I'm looking up because my screen's up here. What do you guys think? Glasses, no glasses? I think no glasses because I want my 2028 back. I know. I am a brat. Don't judge me. Let's gonna just move this to the inside and center it. So it's not in my way. Right, so on the 4 hour, we've broken this. So now we could be looking for opportunities to go up. So let's go to the 1 hour. and see what else we have. That's already broken. If now we're just diving into imbalance, the next level I'd be looking at. Let's look over to the left here, right? So it busted through all of this. This would be a breaker technically. And we've got all this imbalance. Price might hang out somewhere, get pause in this general vicinity. So let's see what we have. All right, so we've taken buy side, beautiful, and then potentially we could rebalance, come back down to go back up. So general expectation is on the 15 we have a break right here. I don't know that I feel like it's going to come all the way back down this way. So now about this time, I'm looking to go down to like say the 5 minute, 1 minute. Ah, dang it. I forgot. Hold on. Let's go back to 15. Okay. I don't think I can get that low. I can go down to 10. We're really far back. When is this? July. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can make it work on the 10 minute, right? I don't know if we can. So I like the 1 minute, whatever. All right, so far we have this break, we're in the imbalance, we're bullish, and they've taken all of that. There's a potential for them to come down here. They've taken this, and looks like we're just consolidating. So let's let price roll back. Okay, so I was looking for them to come back here to this order block right here. So let's see what we get, right? So we're rolling back down. There's this guy. There's also this order block down here. So just have to watch what price does, right? So it's like we've tapped this. Are we coming to eat the rest of this? Which means a potential entry somewhere around here. Let's see if that would work. And there's also this and this potentially. So it just all depends. Let's see. All right, so we're back to this area where they came to the imbalance. They haven't eaten it yet. I feel like they're gonna come down for it. Okay. Okay. So my entry should have been at the tip of that thing. So I apologize for that. So then I'm in here. Let's see if, and I'm just gonna try. Wow, that's a lot of ticks. On the 10 minute, I don't like it, but just since I can't get down to the 1 minute. So that's 619 ticks. I'm going to be conservative and aim for just above this guy and set my stop below this thing. All right, let's see how that plays out. Okay, now we're consolidating, we're below. Okay, consolidating, consolidating, thinking about it. Now, this is where I need to work on my patience, right? Because we see that price likes to come back, and as it's consolidating, it gives you multiple chances for an entry, right? Now, I could wait once it came back up here for it to give me like a proper structure, right, for an entry with something. But character flaws that I need to work through. So let's see. So we're consolidating. Okay, so now it's giving me like a structure. It would be the better entry, but let's say I'm already in and I want to add to my position. I'm going to do something like that. And then put it below this low right here. Let's see how we get that entry. All right. It's that little tiny one down there. Okay. We're still consolidating. Now, I'm looking for the same thing right above this. I'm not going to be greedy. I just want something. Technically, that's a lot of pips. And honestly, getting to this, what is this? 1 to 3? Okay. But that would be a ridiculous amount of pips. But let's see. So we're in the green right now. So to protect both of these, we're like halfway, so I would move my stop loss up. So reduce my pain and then get stopped out like an idiot. Okay? But then look, I reduced my pain and only got stopped out a little bit. But if given the nature of where we were, right? If I just aim for this imbalance right here, that would have been 183 pips, right? That's a lot, right? 100, and that's 237. So if we do like a calculation, right? And I was looking at this as like the 1 minute, in which case I would do a 1 to 5, and that would be like 20 pips. But if we do the calculation on, and this is the mini, right? So let me connect. I believe it's 50 cents or something, right? Yeah, each tick value is 50 cents. So if we do a calculation, and you can go lower. So if we do a calculation, right? So we had 187 takes at one point times 0.5, right? And I'll grab my calculator here. 187 times 0.5. So that would be $93. $93.05 on this trade if I'd aimed for that. And this one was, oh, it says it on the top there. Just notice that. 237, 183. Okay. And then 237 would be 118.15, right? That would have been a good return, right? On a small account, right? 0.5 with a bullish intent. Like I still think this is gonna go down, go back up, but I would have had different opportunities on like the 1 minute because like a 1 to 5 would be like 20 pips and whatever, but this is good, right? Look at that. Like it consolidated, it gave us an opportunity and it gave us all that money. Now, in terms of returns, let's say I had $1,000, right? And I'm uh actually sorry if I was about $100, right? And I'm risking 1%, right? Like that's $1. So then my risk to reward should be the stop was 31.75, 24.75. Then my stop, given that my entry was here and it's zero point 0.5, right? Per tick. So 1 divided by zero point 0.5. So I could only have like approximately 2 ticks of a stop, right? So my stop is 1. So if I set this to risk is 1% of 100, set that, then, whoopsie, let's see, Jojo is yelling at me, y'all. That's a lot of ticks. It's 59 times 0.5, 29.50. You know, that's a bit much for $100, right? But, you know, you get the point. Anyway, I mean, with a trade like this, like I said, I was supposed to be a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm supposed to be a lot more patient about the actual entry, right? So technically, if I was doing it right, if I took this off, then, and I was going to take this entry, then I should have waited. So once it came back down and ate this, then I should have waited for them to take out this sell side liquidity right there, right? And then they gave me a cleaner opportunity for an entry right here, right? Then I should have, because we have the fair value gap right here, I should have set my entry to right here. And then my stop could have been right there, 8.75, not as bad. And then my take profit could have been right there. And that would have worked. I would have had to sit through all of this awfulness, but it would have worked. Now, my other opportunity, if I was being, you know, this is a 1 to 6. So if I was following my 1 to 5, just boom, no matter what, 1 to 5, then voila, you know, and that would have been 43.75 ticks versus my 8.75. So that would be 43.75 times 0.5. So 2187 minus the 8.75 times 0.5. $4 potential loss versus still too much in terms of the risk. But then imagine if we'd done this on like not the mini, but the not the micro, but the mini, right? That's different. So 43.75 times 20 is $875. And then I would be risking 8.75, 175. So it really is all about like what you're doing. Like I'm gonna start probably with $100, $1,000, and that would give me, if I'm gonna risk like 1%, I should only be risking $10, in which case uh, micros is where I need to be doing my thing with $1,000. Because then with the micro, I would have only lost 8.75 times 0.5, $4.37, and then I would have made 20 something dollars. So that's why, and then that falls firmly within my risk to reward ratio. And that would have worked beautifully if I do a 1 to 5 on that one. Still gave us a second option to get even more. Took out this and then dropped. Anyway, I still think it's quite bullish, from that perspective. All right. So now that we're just analyzing like what we should do, right? So now that it's like stopped all of these guys out and it came to eat this guy, right? Let's zoom out a bit. Let's go to like all right. So, this is mean. These wicks are just rude. But it's still just consolidating. You see that? Still just consolidating. And we're still hanging out inside of this thing. And I'm still bullish, right? So let's go back to our 10 minutes. And just for funsies, I wonder if we can do 8 minutes. Ooh, we can. All right. All right. So we're down to 8 minutes. They've eaten all of this liquidity. Just gonna draw this out in time. And now we're gonna look for a potential reversal entry. Now, what else the heck just happened? Whoa, did you see that? Like all of these things just went away. All right, let's just hang out in the 15. Would we have gotten some sort of entry in the 15 minute? We would have actually. would have been here, and then we would have had to enter over here on the 15 with the stop loss below that guy. And we would not have been stopped out if we'd made it just a few pips below it and then aimed. All right, so let's see if we can do what we need to do. So we've come down. Now I'm wondering, so now there's this order block down here that they could be coming down to. So let's see. They come down here, then I'm going to go long again from this. Now, technically, I should use the wake of that, right? Let's use the wake of that. And let's do this. I'm doing the micros. How much is that? 40. That's too big. But we're using the 15 minutes, so we're just going to have to suck it up. And then let's aim for above this. So 31.5 versus 160. What if I, sorry. 160 versus, why does that say 31.5? That's 1,000 else. Ticks, profit 581. Shouldn't it say 581 up here? I don't know, weird. So if I'm aiming above that, right, on the 15 minute, let's see if we get that. Zoom in on that. And let's let that play out. Wow, okay. Yup, we would have gotten that entry. Look at that. And oh, moving right up. Oh, taken out in 30 minutes. Oh man. Because in my mind, we're bullish, we're going up, right? Probably could have taken more, right? So let's move that from the previous scenario. So then all of this has happened. Let's see, does it keep going? It does. Because then what you could do is like once it hits your profit, you can move your stop loss up here depending on how many contracts you're doing. And, then just ride it back up and then been stopped out. But I would be thinking, like, let's say I had like 3 contracts, like I would be thinking they would come back to this little guy right here, take it, and then continue on up, right? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, look at that. And then you could just ride it back up and see what's going on. All right. Because then I'd be aiming at this point up here, right? Let's drop that as a, I'm gonna put it just below it as like TP. And let's call that take profit final. So let's say I had like 3 contracts from here. And, I took one here, another one here, and I'm going to take another one here. And do we get that? Okay. All right, so we have this, and they've come back down to this order block. Do you see that? So, after I've taken all this stuff, I would have been stopped out there. But they've come back down to this order block right there. And that's another potential entry. And then you could put it up to there and set your stop loss just below that. Nice and tight. And gonna consolidate a bit. Think about what we want to do with our lives. Or am I being too impatient again? I think I am. Maybe I should wait for this to be taken out. Okay, there they took it out. All right, so that's what I should be waiting for, right? Gotta remember they're gonna come and take this out again. Boom, fuel up to go back up. So then once that's taken out, I wait for a nice secondary entry right here. That order block down that way can be a little tighter. Wait for that item in. And now, oof, so I'm wrong. So I would have lost 96 on that one. Okay. So the first one works out, and maybe this sell side is not what I'm thinking about. Maybe this is the one they want to take out. That's fine. I'll take the loss. They've just taken that out. And they didn't really give me what I was looking for. So this is a stupid entry anyway. So I should have been, oops, not that. I should have been looking for a nice break, you know. Right? I need them to break that and then rebalance, come back in here, something like that, and then continue on up. This is consolidation. I didn't get that. So this would have been a, I mean, it's not bad attempt, but there's still sell side to play with down here. And they haven't technically, you know, broken the bullishness. Once they take out this guy, then yeah, for sure. All right, so I've lost that one. Let's see. So now, taking that out. Okay, so now I'm looking for that break. I'm still bullish, even if I've been stopped out. I'm gonna try for that. And just below that, 29.5. And now I can aim for this, for that. I'm gonna aim for this imbalance. Oh, what's going on there? So I'm gonna aim for this imbalance right here. And see if we get that. Let's get on to the 10-minute. Maybe we get a better view of what's happening. Okay, so we have this imbalance, I have the tick right there. Let's see. All right, now we're in. It's not looking good. Now we're looking good. So in this scenario, I needed to wait for this sell side to get taken out. Oh man, what a world. Let's do that, and then wait. They took that out and then gave me an entry this way. So now, see here. Oof, that looks mean. Yep, very mean. Okay, this is very choppy. Okay, sitting through. All right, they're coming for this buy side right here. Now, if I'm being conservative, this is a 1 to 7, I should just do this. It's still a lot of pips. And I would get it right there. Right. So then now I've gotten 158. I lost 24 there. Got that back. And so far, that's 148, lost 24, gained another 158. Not bad. It's about noon. I'm not touching anything. All right. So I'm going to wait until let's let price just do its thing. And it's gonna hang out and be mean during the lunch hour. Okay, so now it's 1:30. I'm gonna wait and see what other stuff I can get into. I'm still bullish. All right, so it's 1:30. That's the low that it made at 1:30. I'm just gonna mark that out just so I'm aware of it. And if it doesn't go any lower than that, then we're still bullish. And now I'm just gonna wait for some sort of setup. So what time is it? 2 something, whatever. Okay, good. So it's 3:40 and I'm thinking the time, if I'm going to continue to be, I'm going to take one more trade right at this, right there. So I would have gotten it right there approximately. And my stop loss would be right below that, 20.5. And I'm going to aim for the top of this thing. Da, 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 da. Technically, my target's still up here. We've made these almost equal highs right here, so I feel like we're going to take that out. Almost equal, they're not perfect. All right. So about that. Okay, yep, cool. And I'm going to do this, right? And then I'll be moving my stop loss once it hits this spot right here. Okay, so let's see. I could just be stopped out, which I am. Boom. There is a stop loss is too tight in this situation. See if it gives me another opportunity for an entry. This one's done. I'll take my 20.5 lick. All right, so again, oh, should have waited, right? They wanted to take out this buy side. They took it out. What time is it? 4:20, 6 o'clock. That can't be right. Oh, oh, right. Trading starts back at 6. Well, I would have been done on this one. I would have been stopped out. So, given the day's activities, let's total up what our losses would have been, right? So wins, losses. Okay. So this one, that would have been 43.75. I'm just going to total them up here. So 43.75 plus, if I'd taken this one, 148.5 plus this one, 158.5, 158.5. Okay. That was it, right? Yep. So that's 350.75. So 350.75. And I'm doing the micro, so 0.0, 0.5 equals times 0.5. So $175 and 375 cents. And then if we go with the losses, because I'm more interested in the setups being right? The setups have to be just right. 24. And then this one right here. So 24 plus 20.5. 20.5 times 0.5. So, and then $22. So 22.25 for a net revenue minus, I don't know what the fees are. So minus fees would be, 175.375. So yeah, let's do gross. So the gross would be 153.125 minus fees, whatever those are, equals to, let's say fees were like $20, right? So let's estimate fees at like $20 altogether. It's a small thing. So that would be 133.125. I mean, not bad. So you've added 133 to your $1,000. And now I have $133. 0.125 to trade with the next day. And then my 1% becomes times 0.01. $11.33, and I can do a little bit more. I was curious about like 20.5 times 0.5. 1025, a little over, but it's not bad altogether. Anyway, I think that's not bad. Still bullish, you know, but I would have stopped trading at 4:30 and chilled with my thing and come back the next day. All right, so I'm gonna be testing this, and this is super simple, isn't it? I mean, like it's so much simple. I'm not using any indicators, nothing except for like my imbalance finder, right? I'm not using any indicators. I'm just watching price, and I'm learning. Like I got stopped out here. It's still, see. So this is in the evenings, right? So they're working their way down. I wouldn't be trading here, but things that I should be aware of, right? Like, like a quick 1 to 5 there, not bad. Actually, this, if I'm going with my model, like a 1 to 5 for everything, right? So I would have got a little more there. And this would have been 1 to 5 as well. And that's 1 to 5.66 and so on. So, I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, 1 to 5 or aiming for liquidity, which is what I would have been aiming for them to. That's good. Oh, that would have been 2.28 before. So even more. Anyway, I think as long as what you're using to do the entries is working for you and minimizes risk, but increases your probabilities, I think you're be good to go, Good to go. Good to go. Because we're waiting for this to 1 to 5. We got it. Got stopped out here because they wanted to go for the liquidity down here. That's fine. Wait for all that to get taken. Give me another entry. And they didn't give me the opportunity until here. And technically, they broke it. My entry would have been here. It would have been picked up right here. Beautiful. What did I say here? Oh, I used the top of it. Low, and then ran away with it. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And where is 1 to 5? Yeah, so aim for the liquidity. There's a beautiful imbalance here, equal highs, almost equal highs. Aim for the liquidity. Boom, you're in like Flynn. I dig it. I dig it. So that's what I'm finding. Like, as long as I follow the process, and I need to remember, wait for the liquidity to be taken and then enter. Because we see that I got stops out here. This liquidity got taken, but they wanted the bigger price before they took it back up. And look to the left. Where did they come back into? They came back into this order block. Look at that. Didn't even notice it. They came back into this order block down here. So let me do this. And so demand. It had a little imbalance on it. Is that how far they went? Close enough, yeah. They just came to eat the imbalance. Beautiful. And then they tap back up. So it's a good idea to draw this stuff out in time. Because it's okay if they go a little bit below it, right? But they came in and they kind of hit this order block at the mean threshold, like right in the middle. Look at that. A little bit below it, actually. But anyway, it's fascinating. It's 7 a.m., y'all. I am going to go find some coffee. Happy hunting, trade safely, follow your process. And I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. I mean, if we'd gone like the day before, we're still bullish, right? And we waited for this liquidity to be hunted. They never came back and gave you an opportunity here. Then once they got this break, they tapped this guy and then ran away. You had another opportunity here, break. They came back for the imbalance and ran away. And then they started consolidating. I mean, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so what are we expecting right now? So we're still, where are we? 50 minutes in. So last thing, I think. So they came down to eat this imbalance right here, the 1 hour one inside of the bigger imbalance, and they've been consolidating inside of it in the 1 minute. And I've not really like, they finally gave us a proper break and they came back down into this order block right here. Oh man. For like a quick scalp, they came back into this order block right there. Put your stop loss just below it. Right there. And let's see, could we have gotten a 1 to 5? Yes. Whoa. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, and then, we've got this guy and this imbalance, and we had this, the tip for an entry right there. We've gotten it right there. Tighter stop loss, and the 1 to 5 would have been, see, 26 pips. So 1 to 5. If I were to do that on this guy, 15 pips, but I want 20 pips, like all together. And we would have gotten that, like so. Not bad. And then they gave us another opportunity here, this imbalance. Could have entered, let's see, could have entered on that one. Okay, 5. You see, with my, in relation to my stop loss right below that. And 1 to 5 would have been, well, actually I want 20 pips. So 20 pips would have been right there. Gotten that too. Not bad for pre-market, I think. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to continue practicing. I need to work out my ratios based off of how much I want to start. So I'll be testing this out with a $1,000, $10 risk. In both of these scenarios, stop would have been 0.75, stop would have been 0.75. Not bad in terms of risk. Anyway, happy Thursday. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Trade safely. Drop a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know your thoughts. What methods are you utilizing? Because I'm going with just pure ICT price action. And this, I like this better. So every time I tried to put like, a stochastic or RSI, like I never looked at it. It was just not my bag. But anyway, be safe. All right. Wait for CPI to come out and then trade. Don't try and like ride the wave. Wait for structure and then get in there and do your thing. All right. Happy hunting. Shakira out.